What's up guys, this is Scher talking. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, let's talk about how to defeat the Distortion Realm Challenge versus Aberration Supreme. Yeah, this is pretty hard. On release I got close, but could never defeat it. And now that we got some very nice styles, I think it's doable for most people by following some rules. So I decided to make a video explaining what to do in each phase, so maybe you can replicate. Well, the worst thing of all is that one very strong character to use here I don't have. Asper Gal Halloween style. She's also very useful on stage 180 from Spiral. So I had to be a little creative here. My replacement was Rock. She replaces, but she suffers a little. And, well, you need to bring lots of defense boosts or defense capabilities in order to resist damage. It's just too high, man. Depending on the version of Aberration, you can take like 5,000 for one hit if we're not prepared. So I brought the Mystic Line formation. This one is cool because it just gives you resistance against most of the attacks without giving you any type of penalty. But here I needed to be smart because although Razem would be very useful being on the 50% increase intelligence slot, I want him to buff before bosses. So I needed that increase in agility, as you can see. And my other buffer is Nala's daughter. She was also buffing and I needed her to be using her buffs before the enemy. So let's talk about the other characters. Rocbouquet, Mirsa, and Empress. Mirsa is my damage dealer. He's pretty strong here with left fork and he negates shadow. So pretty useful unit to use here. And then for Empress, buffs passively. She also decreases damage taken, can heal, can evade. It's busted. So let's talk about replacements for these characters. I don't think Razem has a direct replacement. He's pretty unique. He can heal, he can do damage, he can offer buffs, defense boosts, and I do believe most people have him, so let's not talk too much about this. But we have Nala's daughter, and you can theoretically replace her with Witch's daughter. Theoretically, not on the same levels. You can also use Muse or Maria to a certain degree. For Rocbouquet, you can use, like I said, Medea as well, or Asper. Girl Halloween style. For Mirsa, you can use Bertrand as a damage dealer if you want. You can also use Sumir. I think she works super well here. And even Leon as your main damage dealer. And for last here, Fun Empress is very, very useful. Her replacement will be Death in a way, but Death decreases LP. It's kind of hard to use. You could theoretically use someone like Valdor as well, or another buffer to buff Will if you want. But that's kind of the idea behind the squad. Now let's talk about a little on equipments. I have people trying to defend against all sorts of elementals, and I focus it on shadow mostly because shadow damage is gonna hurt you later. And in my squad I have 3 characters that need to resist damage in order to get some passives to work. Fun Empress needs to resist damage, so I gave her these equipments, and I'm also trying to get ailment resistance in my accessories. Mirsa is protected against everything. You can see here that Shadow is just 20 points, but he negates anyway. Rocbouquet, I managed to get everything resisted besides Spears. She can take some damage versus the Merlot-Syrah phase, but since she gets lots of defense boosts, I was capable of keeping her alive even with this. But she resists everything else. She will have some intrinsic or evasion. Really, really helps. Nala's daughter, I tried to give something to keep her on balance, and also had a little more for Shadow. It's the same thing as Razem. And with all that said, let's go to the fight. Okay, so the battle starts, and we need to understand something. Aberration Supreme will cast Curse on you, and that will remove your buffs on turn 1 and apply a skill that debuffs you every turn. You can cleanse that via Relief Zone, but on the first turn you can simply just use a normal attack or use Resonant Radiant Blade to apply defense boost. I would just use a normal attack to save BP, since after that I would just use Relief Zone every single turn. And I can save VP with Nawals. It would be nice to apply Kisaba, but this fight is better using multiple buffs later. So a Quart, I can use Lightning of Darkness with Rocbouquet though. And Heroic Stance and Holy Protection Blade. At least we have some passive buffs. Damage will be pretty high, like on the 1.5k, that's too much. Sadly, Rocbouquet could not be buffed before the enemy. But this turn here, I will just use Relief Zone. I can use Water Festival, probably 2 times in a row. Heroic Stance, and I can use Karatsu Wisteria Blade. That will guarantee at least 1 evasion, and it will also heal a little. Healing on turn 2 with Razem is not really great, but on turn 3 and beyond is okay. The more we buff, the less the chance of getting inflicted with debuffs. That can lead to some problems later, but Relief Zone removes debuffs anyway. Knowles almost died, but didn't yet. Seems like he really hates Nawal's daughter in all my experiences in this fight. But let's use the best stuff we have. We can now use Left Fork. We can use another Karatsu Wisteria Blade or Christmas Moon. But I'll use Karatsu because it does damage as well. And I have someone that can die depending on what the boss does. Nawal's daughter is in danger, right? Even if she gets healed. We didn't get Relief Zone as a chase, so we have debuffs applied to the team. Nice that Mirsa chased it though. We're still debuffing, that's good. Still attacking Owl's daughter as well. Aberration Supreme can try to stun you on turn 5. But let's go back to Relief Zone so far. It's the best approach. Rocbouquet doesn't have VP. Mirsa can use Left Fork again. And for this turn, I will only have Holy Protection Blade. But that's okay. We are on full HP. By turn 5, you have lots of buffs to your party, so you'll probably not be inflicted with the curse. But we will also be using Karatsu Wisteria Blade to try to evade. It tries to use an Will is not that high. This formation does not buff Will, hence why you can have some problems. Rising Phoenix EX will be better for surviving the buffs, but this formation is better on the long run. So here it's turn 5 and people are not on overdrive yet. But Relief Zone again, Water Festival, Lighting of Darkness. I don't have enough for Left Fork, so Valiant Slash and Karatsu Wisteria Blade. Wisteria Blade is fast, so that's pretty okay to use. Didn't try to apply stun, though. Just debuff it again. Or fast. Everyone is on overdrive now. Still managing to debuff 3 characters of mine. That means our will is not that high, but I can use Relief Zone once more. Bart, another Lighting of Darkness. Left Fork, another Karatsu Wisteria Blade. For now, that's the best approach. Even if we take too much damage. Pretty nice. 4 people in a combo. Sadly, we will not get the chase via relief. And Mirsa is not on the combo. That would increase his damage by so much. Bar Collapse can be super strong. Next turn seems like Aberration Supreme is super strong. We try to attack you multiple times. You could theoretically use Overdrive now. It will help. I don't know if I need to do Overdrive, but let's finish this with our best stuff. I'll be using Silverlight Fangs because I want to kill it by this turn. Even if I don't have my Left Fork, this may be enough. We are buffing Agility as well. We may be fast enough to attack before something strange happens, like LP damage. LP damage can happen when it's close to death. And we just finish it. In time, not get LP damage. This fight is problematic. At the end of every phase, it will steal 1 LP for your character, so try to avoid LP damage. It's usually when the enemy is dying, but there are some other forms where we have a guarantee to steal LP in the middle. Now, this form here is different. It's based on Hiveris. It's a very long form. Getting close to the end, it will also do AoE LP damage, so if you want to speed up, you should be using Resonant Radiant Blade with Razem. I already buffed it Relief Zone many times. It's enough to stop stun that can happen here. And with this, I can just increase the damage a little. And I will be saving BP with Rock because I want to use Lightning Barrage. This form is a little easier to handle anyway. And I can also just start using Christmas Moon, because you don't fully need to evade this form. This form is more about resisting than anything. It will remove debuffs applied. That's interesting. So you can debuff via Razem, but it will just be removing all the time. It does speed up a little, but you should just accept that this is gonna take a while. This can try to stun, but we have lots of wheel buffs. I think we can use Overdrive now. We have all of our good stuff. Using Lightning Barrage on Overdrive, I don't know what happens really, but I'll just have to use it now. Left fork. And use just Poly Protection Blade. At least we have the full party here. At least this form doesn't do much damage. It's not dangerous unless it gets pretty close to the end. But you'll be ready for the end. Look on the damage that Mirsa does. Very, very limited. You get the chains right after. I didn't know that. I usually use it before. But that's cool. Damage pretty low, as you can see. My Rocbouquet will start doing more damage, and had to wait so much time for this. That's okay. I will be debuffing now, since I did it on the last turn. I'll be charging a little, and I'll be using another Christmas Moon. It will remove the buffs applied though. So the buffing is more about reducing damage by that specific turn only. And if you debuff before it attacks, you have lower chance of being applied with stun, for example. When you have enough, use Resonant Radiant Blade, especially on turns where you attack with Mirsa. This fight I can fully use my Kisaba as well. This will give heat up to everyone. That's important. You can save some BP with Rock. You can store lots of BP with her in this phase as well if you want. Time to do some damage. The first form was a little more problematic. It's harder than this one. So I had to use my right skills and not just try to use everything. Waiting a little was smarter. Mirsa doing 60k per hit. Ridiculous, but you have to accept. It's a pretty tanky version. Even without many defense boosts, don't take much damage. It's just not that strong. And since it's weak to Blunt, Relief Zone does more damage than Resonant Radiant Blade. Radiant Blade is just to increase the damage of my remaining characters. But you sometimes need to go back to Relief Zone to keep your will high. And now I will just use Lightning of Darkness. We'll have a follow-up attack. And keep using Christmas Moon as long as I have it. Very strong damage after many buffs. Rock with that extra attack also becomes more defensive, since when she attacks with lightning and shadow, she gets her triggers. Look, damage is pretty non-existent. That's why it's better to use Christmas Moon instead of the evasion. Evasion is really not that great here. You can use Relief Zone again to do damage, but I don't like having low BP with Razem. I always like to store some. Only Water Festival here. I think I can use the Overdrive, since I have left fork. By turn 15, I think he will start using LP AoE attacks. I mean, he can use, so you have to be ready. Ah, thank you, Mirsa. Hopefully the next left fork kills it. It may, but do we have enough BP to kill it on the next turn? If we don't, it's still okay to take that LP damage. I'll try to use my evasion shield with Empress now, because I'm feeling it's this turn. I don't have enough for Mirsa, so I'll have to wait one turn. But cannot twist your blade in order to have the chance to evade if he tries to LP damage. It's always when it's close to death. Nice, we got a chase. Oh, they're nice because now we have full HP. Only a chance to evade, not a guarantee. I don't know if it will be the first attack though. It's not. Yeah, you can remove the shields. Do not try to do LP damage. That's nice. I think we're fast enough now to do it. Even if you have to use Lightning of Darkness once more, I will. And I'll be using Silverlight Fangs instead of left fork. I want to save some BP. And I don't know if I need to use Kanatu Wisteria Blade now. I think it's overkill. But it does do damage. Could be helpful. But I would just rely on my characters. I think they have high speed now. We buffed agility many times. This form is not that fast. It really wasn't. That's nice. We'll kill it. I hope we kill it before Mirsa has to attack so that he saves VP. It wasn't, but that's okay. Ah, he chased it. That's good. He gets BP when he chases. Stole LP from Empress, someone that still had 6, now 5. So Rocbouquet and Empress so far. And now this form here, guys, this is Merlot-Syrah Form. So we will be attacking with Pierce and Lightning. Remember that my Rock is not so protected versus Pierce. It will use a skill that will do LP damage at some point. I don't remember if this is 1 or Fervor Slash. I don't remember the name. But it will just do LP damage and there's nothing that you can do about it. And just accept it. It can use more times. Ah, it's this one here. While both horns. It will do 2 LP damage even. It can even choose the same character. So, let's hope that it doesn't follow the same character. Now, you can use Relief Zone sometimes here to have some views and endurance buffs. But you choose if you want Resonant Radiant Blade or what. But getting close to the end, you should be using Resonant Radiant Blade since it will change into Hardy form. But here, Relief Zone first, and then I will switch back to Resonant Radiant Blade. I don't need to use Overdrive, why am I using it? This turn I will just use Valiant Slash so that we have some charges. Christmas Moon is better here. Some of the attacks can be pretty strong. It has Chain Lightning, the same attack that we use on farming with Merlot-Syrah, that can hit between 2 to 4 times. If it hits 4 times, damage is big. If you have lots of defense boost though, you will not receive too much damage. Seems like Razem took some damage there. 1.4k, it's not safe. But I'll be using some boosts now. I think we'll get to good levels of resistance. And it's also time to use a left fork on overdrive. Hopefully we chase without having to heal with Razem. I prefer to chase... I think we will. Left dance. The name of the combo already spoils it. Left from left fork and dance from the heal attack. That's right. And now that I use in one left fork, I will be using the other skill because it's weak to sun. Now that we buff a lot of SDR, we can just use the skill number 3. And we just lost LP. See that it even attacked Rock. So Rock now only has 4 LP. That becomes dangerous later. But it was Rock and Razem. Okay, Razem was on 6. Now, we are very high HP. We can save. Still going to debuff. Here, Silverlight Fangs can be used. This is cheaper and triggers 2 chances for chasing. And it's Sun, not Slash. After one left fork, you have lots of SDR buffs that will increase the potential of the damage. You can just use that attack all the time as well if you want. Because if you are already buffing via Razem, Owl's Daughter, but I prefer to use one left fork. That's my way. If you're using other damage dealer, you'll be using the best attack he has anyway. Look on the damage, 700,000, and then 2 chases. For a total of how much? 1.3 million. Yeah, Mirsa. And now you probably have enough BP to use it again. Because he got back 7. No, actually 9 when he uses 2 chases. Time for Resonant Radiant Blade. That will increase potential even further. Water Festival. I think I can save BP now. Use another Silverlight Fangs. And I can save BP again. After this form, you'll see Hiveris Form, and in that form it's better to have defense boosts. To apply some of them before the end of the fight. 1 chase. 2 chases even. That's insane, Mirsa. Thank you. Cleansing, removing the buffs. Golden Dragon. At least he did not use any other LP attack and did not use Chain Lightning yet. And since it's weak to... Nah, I have to use Resonant Radiant Blade to apply defense boost. Like I said, the next form you need. Now I have Lightning of Darkness. I could theoretically use another Silverlight Fangs, but I don't think it's fully needed. Still. I don't think it's needed. Yeah, let's use Valiant Slash. Christmas Moon. So the next form, I need to defeat Hardy as fast as possible. Not that it's super dangerous with the squad that I'm using, but if you are not so protected, it can become dangerous. We just did it. Now, we are going to steal LP. Owl's Daughter, okay, she was on... how much? 6 or 5? Was on 6. Only Rocbouquet has 4 LP, the other ones are okay. So you can check this out. The skills from Hardy. The most problematic one is Punching My Way. It's super strong. And it also has Sun attack, God Hand, that can be strong if you're not protecting yourself versus Sun. You should be. And Hard Cracker and Dimensional Break, also pretty strong. So, just keep up with Resonant Radiant Blade as soon as you have it. Since I don't have now, I will just use a normal attack. I can use Overdrive just to protect myself. With all the stuff I have. Back to left fork now. Christmas Moon, it's usually better. But if someone is dying, it's better to try to evade. Christmas Moon, you apply defense boost, so not be taking too much damage during this fight. If you don't have the inheritance, just bring evasion. Since it's weak to slash, damage would be very high. Double strike already. See, that damage is not that high. It's really trying to kill Hardy though. Hardy no, Razem. And it's time to use Overdrive, I guess. Now use Merciful Light, because I'm in danger. Oh, Mirsa. Don't have left fork, huh? If you don't, I won't use Silverlight Fangs. I think it's better to use left fork later. Even I'm using Overdrive, it's okay. Because that's still a combo. I don't want to use Razem by himself. Now we heal it. Everyone is on full HP, I guess. Pretty safe. 800 on Razem. Lots of damage. Really hates Razem. What's happening? Razem is in danger again. I'll use Resonant Radiant Blade now. Left fork. This turn I'll use Wisteria Blade to give the evasion and heal a little. I also see that sometimes it will try to use Punching My Way on this turn. Exactly, we will evade. I believe Razem will be dead without this, so very good decision. I think it's the third turn, right? Yeah. See that Rock is doing lots of damage as well. It will be dead by the next turn, totally. I don't even think I need to use my best skills with Mirsa. But don't play too much around this form, because if he uses Punching My Way again, it can kill someone. But everyone is on full HP, and now it's back to Release Zone, because the next form is Orlette. Orlette tries to apply lots of ailments, so back to buffing Will. You can save BP if you want, and just so having Gobi Spark to remove intelligence buffs later. I don't think it's needed to debuff, but also Lightning of Darkness does a lot of damage, right? Let's use it. Because with this, I can just use Valiant Slash and probably still kill it on this turn. I think we'll kill. $1.6k versus Razem. Thank you so much for the chains. Stole from Razem LP. How much we have now? Razem is on 4, Rock is on 4. Now it's just Relief Zone, guys. Just Relief Zone. And he didn't use Relief Zone in the past turn. That's sad. I wanted to have it. I would even use Rocbouquet by herself on Overdrive just to debuff. I guarantee that I will go before the enemy. And start with my left forks. And right now, Wisteria Blade could be better. But since I'm full HP, I'll be using Christmas Moon. Damage can be pretty high on this form as well. But the first turn is not a problem yet. The second and beyonds will be. You can petrify you. I don't remember what else, but ailments are nasty, and just protect yourself. See, we didn't got inflicted with confusion. That could apply confusion. We are buffing Will 2 times. Means we are better protected now. Left fork was try. Okay. Increase the damage as soon as possible. Keep with Relief Zones. Relief Zones forever now. Still in danger, I will be using my debuff. Apply another Christmas Moon. And then you can save a little and use it more when it's close to the end of the form. The next one will be Razem Form. Razem can also apply ailments like Charm. It's not as dangerous as Orlette for humans, but it deals much more damage than Orlette at least. That attack could paralyze. There's a lot of different stuff here. This deals damage by the end of turn, but it's not a big problem. We can do Overdrive now, Relief Zone, Water Festival. I will save VP. I'll use Left Fork. And the damages was nice, especially with that chase. Thank you. $700. This can instant kill. We had enough field to protect, and I didn't even debuff on the start. Now Rock can go by herself on Overdrive to get that extra attack. We use another Left Fork, and on this turn, I'll just save. The next one, I'll start using my good stuff again. Rock is the one with the lowest amount of HP and is still focusing on her. Didn't die on this turn. Choose Cast for Flame. That's a strong spell. Rock took a lot of damage because she's weak to Pierce. But now it's time to finish this off. I could just use Merciful Light to heal a little. I can also save to buff on the next turn. Save BP again. Save. I can apply one Christmas Moon though, because this will keep for the next form. Next form is Razem, and Razem deals much more damage, so... Yeah, stole from ND now. How much LP ND? 4. So we have 3 cards with 4 LP, one with 5, another one with 6. That's a pretty good balance. I got some good RNG here. So, Relief Zone. I could not use Merciful Light. Now, I think I need to keep the Relief Zones. I'll use Water Festival, Lighting of Darkness, Slash, and I'll use Karatu Hysteria Blade just because I'm worried about Rocbouquet. This turn, it buffed 4 different status, you saw? That's why it's good to have BP with Rock or Aspergal to just, or even Medea, I don't know what you're gonna use, to debuff as soon as possible and keep that debuff going. Merciful Light. Okay, everyone is kind of safe now. Time for Left Fork. As long as you keep Relief Zone off turns, you'll be protected versus Charm. And kind of versus everything else. We don't need to go back to Resonant Radiant Blade. Not on this form. Only on the next. Usually the 5 weeks right after. Yeah, after you have lots of agility and you debuff before, this can happen. But that's okay, people are protected here. Keep what with your Relief Zones. Karatsu will only be used when I'm a little more unprotected, when someone is on closer to 1000, 1.500. When it's not, just boost your defense if possible. Everyone is on overdrive now, and I do believe that we have BP for all of our best stuff. It will be nice. I don't remember Razem Form healing LP before the end, so it should be safe. Let me use Karatsu Wisteria Blade since Razem is 1.4k, and this is an attack that would do damage on overdrive. It's pretty cool. Left fork will not have a chase. Relief zone will have a chase. Rock will always chase. Cool. We barely take damage this turn. If you want to use Merciful Light, you can, because Empress is on 0.5k. It's good to save some BP. The next form will be very hard. Since I'll be healing, I can save with the remaining characters. ScherBR is much better here because she removes buffs applied. Another character that also works is the latest match, I forgot to say. Can just keep removing intelligence buffs. No, I didn't need because Mirsa decided to heal, but how would I know, right? At least we have the end of turn regen from Razem. That would be useful. This skill here is bad. I mean, bad for us. It debuffs defense, so you'll be receiving more damage from other skills. When you're getting close to Q, switch back to Recent Radiant Blade just once, but Relief Zone is still the best. We may kill it on this turn though. Let's see. I want to have at least one Recent Radiant Blade to have defense boost versus the last form, because that one can be a nightmare. We'll probably kill it. We got this combo. And the chase even. Yeah, kill it. It's nice we still attack it with Empress to get extra BP. Stole from ND. ND now has only 3 LP. And this form can steal more LP later via attacks. So I wanted one Radiant Blade, and it will apply Curse on this turn, so your buffs will be removed unless you evade. So I'll use this. I can debuff. Can even do this on overdrive. But it will not remove my Christmas Moon. Now, do I want to test Karatsu to try some evasions? I don't think so. I prefer to decrease the incoming damage than try to evade. It's a low chance. At least the damage from the skill itself will be reduced, since Rock just debuffed it. We still had Resonant Radiant Blade before the attack, so another defense boost. This form doesn't have that much HP, even if you are seeing some guards, you do lots of damage. Yeah, Dimensional Ray, removed my buffs, Light Curse. Now we need to reapply status buffs. So, use Relief Zone, even use it on Overdrive if you want. Your Water Festivals, your debuffs, your left forks that will buff STR again. Now you could try to use Karatsu Wisteria Blade to apply some evasions here and there instead of another defense boost, because we don't know what's gonna happen. You can try to remove your status via agility or will debuff. Can also stun you later. The buffing will fast will be important now. Thank you, Mirsa. Got some good buffs. Doom Roar will be evaded by some, not all. Saw that we got agility debuff. That means that our will is low. Now it's just relief zone all the time. All the time. Next turn, some of our characters will be on overdrive, and we have to use that to try to be fast enough to buff. Be a little more safe. Thank you for that chase, Zen. We're one of the best ones here. See that it debuffed my will. And again. Calamity Song. Curse. Punishing Curse. I don't even remember what Punishing Curse does. But is it another type of curse? Let me check this again. It's not Calamity Song. Punishing Curse for 3 turns. Oh yeah, BP cost increase. Increase 1 per turn. Lasts for 3 turns. So yeah, skill cost increase it. But that's okay, I had some. Now I don't have enough for Water Fetch, but that's okay. I'm gonna use Sea Lord Stream just because I want to have something here. Rocbouquet will still chase and debuff. Will only. Now wait for the next turn then. This turn is better to use Karatsu Wisteria, and I'll use Merciful Light now, guys. It's better. We are not on full HP. Razem has only 1k. Even though I wanted to remove the buffs applied, maybe he will chase. Hopefully he will. I need to heal. Chase, chase, chase. Yes. Razem is MVP here. Removing the debuffs I had. Still applying will debuffs. That's very bad sign. At this point, he will start trying to steal LP. Didn't manage because we evaded. Via the Empress. Good. 40 turns now, guys. Back to relief zone. Now I'll use this on overdrive. Well, I use this. Yeah, let's use it. Getting close to that end. Getting got the chase. 2 characters got debuffed. We use not high enough. And we are buffing it via passive with Empress Null's Daughter. Actively with Null's Daughter, then with Razem, and it's still not enough. This fight is hard. This debuffs agility. 3 characters stealing LP from. Did it stole LP? No, it didn't. Just HP. Oh man, don't have for relief zone, but that's kind of close to the end of the fight. You know what? Let's use this on overdrive. Even if I kind of waste a little. I want to see the damage. And I'll use Wisteria Blade to get that evasion. That can help me. If it tries to apply stun or something. That's nice. I think we win by turn 43. Or before. Burst. Stun it, but it was the last attack. Oh my god. That brings the fuse. I don't know if I use Merciful Light or Release Zone now. I think I'll use Release Zone to protect from the humans. Oh, I don't have enough for Karatsu Wisteria. She will die then. Has to be Merciful Light. Even if I got inflicted with stuff, man. It has to be. Next turn I'll have Wisteria Blade though. So many passive buffs and still not enough sometimes. Thank you for that chase. I'm happy now. We may just have enough will. On the damage is scaling. It's boosting attack in some turns. Hence why. Bar Collapse is super strong. Rock doesn't take much damage. Stole LP. And boosted attack and defense. Stunned 2 characters, but this attack is being used on the end, at least. It's dead. Turn 4-3. It's dead. We can celebrate. Silverlight Fangs will kill it. Wisteria Blade to protect. That's right. So I guess this is a kind of stable strategy. There are some RNG involved because of the cards that you can choose to do LP damage, but I think I kind of explained it, how these forms work and the best stuff to do. So this was a very long video. Please click the like button, leave a comment, because those long videos are usually not good for the channel. And join our Discord server if you like. We talk about Romancing SaGa Universe and other games in general. I hope this video can help you kill this boss as well. See you later on the next video or live stream. Bye.